Hey besties, guess what? It's time for day 3. Now, there's going to be overlap on these videos because if I'm dyeing something while it's drying, I'm going to go ahead to the next day so I can get these put up day by day. And since we have 25 days, that's a big commitment. So here we go. Christmas Advent Calendar, day 3. All right. Let's see what we got. You guys look first. Oh, tag's right on top. Oop, I don't think I even showed you. Oh, it's the beaver and wool. Ooh. Oof. Now, I have tried spinning this and it was very tricky, but I've also gained a lot more experience. So, I think I am going to try just spinning this on its own. And we're going to try for a very fine yarn. And we shall see what happens. I'm thinking it's probably going to be blessed with a worsted draft. Now, if you haven't watched the video, go watch the video on worsted versus woolen draft. Draft, not prep. And we shall see how this goes. Now, this is such a lovely, lovely soft fiber. But the staple length on this, watch this. Like I'm trying to get my face out of there so it'll focus. Focus. There we go. That's literally the staple length. It's tiny, 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 tiny. So this is somewhat like spinning cotton. So I think what we're going to try to do is, I wonder if we should make that into, I don't even know if we could make that into Rolex. Maybe we should try. I'm going to get my cotton cards. I'm going to try making a couple of Rolex, see if that makes it easier to spin. Back in a second. As usual, my hand cards are a mess, so I'm just going to do my quick clean so we don't have these other fibers getting in with the beaver as we attempt to make some pony Rolex. I will also need something to wrap with. Not the M&M kind of wrapping. There. Okay. Oh, nope. I missed a spot right there. These tools are the handiest thing ever. If you don't have one, get you one. Okay. I am going to grab a pair of chopsticks and I will be right back. 1 second. And I have my chopsticks. I got my violently orange ones for fun. All right. So let me grab my card and a little bit of fiber. Again, we're experimenting. I don't know how this will work, but we're going to give it a shot. It's so fine. Okay. That's probably enough to start with. And remember, I suck at carding, which makes this extra challenging. And because it's a top, really all I'm doing is just laying it out to make it into the pony roll egg. All right, so there we go. It's not exactly even, but oh well. This is going to be interesting. Okay. Get our chopsticks in there and wrap it tightly. And stretch it out as I go. Turn it a few times on the teeth. I'm going to shove it together and tighten it up a little more. Okay. I think we could have used a little more fiber than that. So there's our first pony roll egg. I really like the way it came out. All right, let's do a little more fiber this time. We're going to just stroke it across a little more. This is not the normal way to card, but because we're just rearranging the fibers rather than trying to actually card them, I'm not worried about doing as much carding to straighten out the fibers. They're already straight if we keep them straight. We just want to distribute them in a different fashion. Just try to get that last little bit of fiber out of there. All right, and then loosen that up. And when I'm working with the chopsticks, I do thin end to thick end so that it's easier to draw it out of the center of the roll egg. All right, get that all wound up there. Okay, first thing, I suck at this. But I'm going to persist. I don't know if I need to do anything but just load it onto the combs and then pull it off. Because it does stretch it out lovely. And it looks so good in the roll eggs. And we take all those little clumps and just stretch them on the tines and wrap. Okay. Cram it all together, smooth it out, and then pull out our stick. All right, let's do a quick test before I spend a whole lot of time doing this. We'll do roll eggs versus just the top, and we'll see what we come up with. 1 second. So I want to adjust my wheel to my smallest whirl, which is going to be the biggest twist per inch. I want to make sure that I charge my leader. Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay, you can see I don't have my drive band tight enough if I'm not that high in uptake, but that's way too high. There we go. All right, we are ready to spin. Okay, first let's try it with just the top. We're going to spin straight off the end. All right. Ooh, that's way too much uptake. It's yanking the fiber right out of my hand. Okay, there we go. Oh, that wants to spin fine. I'm going to thicken it up a little bit. It doesn't want to thicken up a little bit. It wants to spin that fine. Wow. Nope, I don't like it. Now, this is where you want to fight what the fiber wants to do versus what you want the fiber to do. So it definitely wants to spin woolen. And it definitely wants to spin fine. Look at how ridiculously fine that spins. And there's why I want a slightly thicker ply. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely not enough twist in that. Okay. So that one, that method is definitely a fail because it is just disintegrating as I'm pulling at it. All right. Let's try again. This is all about figuring out how to spin this impossibly tiny fiber. But it's so soft, guys. Okay. Okay, that's good uptake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a fair chunk of fiber around there. And I'm just going to break off a chunk. And we're just going to work with just this little bit with a short forward draw. Except I need to get a lot more twist into that. That's actually working pretty good. Okay, so if we strip it down and spin with a short forward draw, it seems to be working okay. And we're getting a nice thickness. Let's do ply back test. That's actually pretty good. Okay, so now we know short forward draw, if we strip it down, works. Now, let's try from the fold. Let's see how that works. It's immediately thinning out again because this thing wants to spin so fine. That would make an amazing hat shawl. If you could spin it that fine and get it to, like, you need the very fast flyer to do it, to get enough twist in there to have it hold together. But dang, that would be sweet. The way it would bloom. Ugh. All right, let's try a worsted spin from the fold. Oh, that works really well. So worsted spin coming off the point of the fold. Oh, it's getting thin again. This just wants to be thin so bad. All right, so we're back to short forward draw. All right, that's the way to spin it. With lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of twist. Let's make sure we're still getting enough twist in there. Ooh, it's getting soft in places. But overall, it's holding together. All right, now let's try our puny roll eggs here. I'm not going to pre-stretch them either. Oh my goodness. That is lovely. Okay, let me get it all the way up to the wheel. Watch. Oh! Oh! Over twisted. Had a thin spot, over twisted, and it snapped. So that's the problem with having high twist. Which could be a problem doing a woolen spin. Okay. Oh, Labo's here. Okay. Put that out of there. Add our twist to this. Now. Oh, the roll legs draft so nicely. All right, it might be worth the time to do them all up into boonie roll eggs, because that draft is sweet. And there's a reason why these techniques exist, is because they work. Let's make sure we're getting enough twist in there. Oh, no, except we're not getting enough twist. I think the way to go, as much as those draft beautifully, I can't seem to be able to control the twist enough. So I think I'm going to stick with the short forward draw, because none of that has enough twist. Whereas the short forward draw is giving me this. Yep, we're going to do short forward draw. And we're going to strip it down before we do it. And that is my final decision. All right, so I'm going to spin this up and I will come back when it's time to ply. But if you are more consistent with your long draw, this would be the way to do it for this fiber. I'm just not that good. Yes, you heard me say that. I'm not that good. I'm going to spin the way I need to get the product that I want. And if that means I'm spinning a traditionally long draw fiber in a different way, then that's what I'm going to do. And why have I not got any uptake on this? Stop it. Fight with my wheel for a minute here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get to work. And we are done with the beaver. So once I had the single spun, it was very nice and fine. So I decided that I would ply it with this silk thread to give it some color. And here's the end result. This is so soft and fluffy and gorgeous. This beaver likes to spin thin. I tried to spin thicker and it just didn't work. But I love this. And the ply with the silk thread just gives it this wash of colors. It's going to look amazing when it's done up. But we're not doing that this time. That's going to be our January project, is when we're going to make up our throw. So for now, we skein it up. We find our baggie. There it is with our little tag, day 3. And we pop that in. And we throw it back in the advent calendar box. Day 3 done! Woohoo! Are we having fun yet? I'm having a blast. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!